right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining us today. We're out here on the range with Instructor Zee. We brought him out to test our 11.5 out and give you guys some honest feedback. Yes, we are wearing no ears, but our suppressor is hearing safe, so we don't need them. And we're going to let him run it, see what he says, and give you guys honest feedback straight from him. So, got anything you want to add?
No, it's a good setup. I like these, what do you call these grips?
Squid grips?
Squid grips. Is that in honor of Navy SEALs? That was a hit against me. So you just really like Navy SEALs. That's fine. It's okay if you like them, too. But yeah, they feel pretty good. So they're kind of heat resistant. Takes some of the heat away.
Heat resistance. Can't melt them. They just mount up to any M-LOK system that you have. So if you have M-LOK at home, these will fit right in, universal fit. Make a great gift for your father on Father's Day or just a thank you Saturday.
And you say this suppressor doesn't change.
Zero point of impact shift, whether you're shooting suppressed or unsuppressed with ours. And that's just through the process that Steve Troy's designed and the way we make our suppressors. It's very important for us. Whether something happens and you can't run your suppressor, that you don't have to go back and re-zero your rifle.
That's nice, because there used to be a problem. You used to always have to test it before, test it after, see what the change was.
Yeah.
Adapt, whatever you got to do. So I did the tour before we came out here, and what I really gathered from the whole thing, right? I mean, there's a lot of details, a lot of good things that I was told, but the biggest thing to me was Mr. Troy seemed like he had the end user in mind the whole time. To me, that should be the standard for everybody. It should be the end user, not what makes me the most money. Of course, we all got it's a reciprocal relationship. Man's got to make money, but man's got to be served by the equipment. Yeah. If you don't have good equipment, then I don't want it.
Yeah, and luckily at Troy Industries, about 70 to 80% of us all serve. So we completely understand when you buy a rifle from us, it absolutely needs to work 100% of the time. It doesn't need anything fancy. We need a duty rifle. When you pull the trigger, you get a bang. So, and we all understand that. We've all served, deployed, some portion. I know, just like yourself.
Yes, sir.
We understand the importance and the lifeline that a rifle brings, either a military person or law enforcement on the day they have to bring it out and use it. So that's what we have in mind, and we want to make sure that we make the best product for them to use.
Well, if it's real nice but it don't work, I guess you can hold paper down on your desk with it, maybe.
Yeah.
This one's for shooting, I reckon. Let's see if I'm zero here. Everybody good?
Yep, we're good.
See if I can hit something. Over. Can I hit that one with rifle ammo? All right, just making sure. I should have checked. That's pretty good.
Yeah, smooth and reliability is added into the price. It comes no charge.
Not too hard on my ears. I can't hear good anyway, so I probably need a little louder like that. Barely any kick on that thing. That suppressor does a good job.
What about gas? You getting any gas flow back in your face?
I feel a little bit because I feel like the wind's moving a little bit, but it's definitely not as bad as what I felt before shooting suppressors. Some of them, you can't shoot but about 10 rounds straight, and then you got to take a breath or put your oxygen mask on.
Yeah.
Not bad. So this one.
So the Pneuma charging handle. One, we built the rifle and then designed a suppressor for the rifle, so it's gassed appropriately. And the Pneuma charging handle, the way we make it, made here in house, it's our design, is underneath of it has a deep cut coming out. So when it pushes the gas back through the chamber, it pushes away from your nose. Now obviously if you're a left-handed shooter, you want to get the left-handed model, or you're going to get all that gas right back in your nose. It's not going to accomplish the mission for you. So if you are looking at a Pneuma handed charging handle, make sure you pick the right hand or left handed depending on the shooter you are. But that's how we mitigate a lot of gas. And then I know you noticed about the recoil management. We make our own buffers there in house, H2, H3, H4. So we control the QC process from start to finish. We know exactly who did it, when it was made, what material stock it came from, and it is 100% checked every time they come off the lathe. We look, and that's how we're managing that recoil so real between the gas, the buffer, and then I don't know if you noticed our trigger disconnect or anything. How did that feel?
Oh, trigger felt great. Felt real smooth.
Yeah.
All right. To me, I can feel that reset. Wasn't too bad. Triggers. I mean, of course, I've been exposed to the of all equipment being in the military. Sometimes it's hand-me-downs and you just get what you get. And sometimes I didn't even know there was wobble in my guns until somebody showed me. I was like, I thought that was normal. Pretty tight. Trigger feels great.
Yeah.
That selector switch is smooth, right?
Yeah.
And I've seen y'all's quality control.
Yep.
Part of the process, and to me, that's huge, right? Anybody can throw something together, and go trial and error it, but we don't
Yeah.
want trial and error for the end user for these things, right? That's
Absolutely.
life or death sometimes.
Yep.
So I felt that was real smooth.
Yeah. What did you think about this riser setting up at that height?
I know that's a common thing now. People are getting that higher riser, trying to keep your head up, trying to keep people from slumping or turtling, as they say. Create some efficiencies in your system, getting that gun up.
Yeah.
And Mr. Troy was telling me about law enforcement, you know, looking at the hands. Of course, my job, we had to see hands because you can't just use lethal force on anyone.
Yeah.
We need to see a threat, right? So we're watching their hands, and if you can get that gun up quickly, right, get it on target, that's always going to be better. Faster is better.
Yeah.
Right? Be accurate and do it fast.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. So I think it's pretty good. I haven't ran these on my rifle yet, but what I felt just there, it was pretty nice. I like getting there, and then you can see the sights up under it, right?
Yes,
You
sir.
run the sight straight through it.
Yep. So
Right.
the reason we did that, because worst case scenario, something happens, you crush this in a Humvee door, LMTV door, smashes your riser. We got our backup sights, we pop it up. Even if you don't have the tools to take this off, you can still run your backup iron sights immediately and still be useful to the team or whatever you're doing at that point in time.
From what I know in my limited experience, I guess, you know, I was in the military, but Troy, first time I heard of them was it had to do with these backup sights, which they're known to be robust, known to be very reliable, strong, not going to break off the gun.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I first heard of them, and then, you know, of course, you working there and my experience with the tour, learning all the different things they make. But these kind of made them famous in my eyes.
Yeah.
Because people, if it wasn't these, then you didn't have no sight.
Yeah, I've been there for a long while, and these don't ever come back. So that's, I mean, just true to test the time. I talked to someone yesterday that's been running the same pair for 15 years. So we definitely worth their weight in gold if you have them and you absolutely need them.
Well, if you're a soldier, I can't speak for law enforcement, but if you're a soldier, you're going to test them. I'm going to try to break them in every way possible, even unintentionally.
Yeah.
Right? And if they stand up to that, then they stand up to anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty nice. Let me try them.
Yeah,
See how
go
zero
ahead.
they are. Let me see if I can hit the paper. Looking through.
What do you think?
It stood up to my test. Iron sights are always harder than the red dot sight. Aiming with two things versus one thing gonna be harder, but you got to have something back up.
Yeah.
To back it up, contingency, right?
So Instructor Zee is obviously runs his own business. He does a lot of law enforcement training and stuff for guys on the range. Whenever they come to you, do you have them use their iron sights first, or do you have them go straight to red dot?
We go straight to whatever they're running.
Okay.
And I got a different philosophy. I tell them there's plenty of level 1 courses will teach them all the things, what a cartridge is and what a projectile is and what a primer is, and then they'll teach you the difference in pistols, striker fired versus revolver, right?
Yeah.
Different rifles, and I tell them we're going to get to using it right now. I want you to be able to use what you got. But what I have had is in many classes, these things go down, they don't keep up with them, batteries die, they lose battery caps, glass breaks, and they have no other way to utilize the gun, and that's a problem. You got to have contingencies, right? We just said it before we came. I said one is none, two is one, right?
Yep.
So if I'm just relying on this to aim with, you got a problem.
Yep.
Inevitably, things will break, right? Especially things like this. So I need those iron sights, and I should be able to shoot with iron sights. Whenever you learn a gun, I think you should learn on iron sights for the first time if you've never shot before, right? Learn to align these two things onto the target.
Yeah.
And then make it easier once you got all the fundamentals down.
So I always tell dudes, if I can get you to shoot really well with these, you'll be amazing with a red dot or an LPVO. So.
For sure. I think people argue now whether it's better on pistol or not. I say, well, you aim with one thing or two things. What's going to be faster?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, brain science.
Yeah.
So, but you got to take practice.
Yeah.
To get your fundamentals down.
Yeah.
It's not magical. It doesn't make bad shooters good shooters. You still got to have fundamentals.
Absolutely.
But it just makes things a little easier.
Yeah.
But these are necessary. If you ain't got backup iron sights, I don't know what you're doing.
Just hopefully it's your competition gun.
Yeah,
not
maybe.
shoot again.
Yeah, you better have a backup sight to throw on there real quick, like a dang tire change in a pit crew.
We actually had that happen to me last week. We came down here to shoot, and I did not make sure I have a battery in my EOTech, and luckily I had the Troy sights on, and I still got out here and did what I needed to do. So it was just goes to show, even in the best case scenarios, you may not be as prepared as you think you are.
That's a great gun, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So that's our TPR 11.5. It's one of the most popular rifles right now that we're selling to law enforcement.
It's a beautiful gun. Runs good. Not too dirty. You know, usually I shoot suppressor like that. It's not bad at all. I've seen a lot worse.
Yeah.
You might clean your gun. I don't clean guns very well. I just add oil, like I was telling you. But yeah, so maybe the gun's slightly clean before I got onto it.
Yeah, I did what I was supposed to do, and I cleaned it after last range day. There's Steve Troy staring at me right now. So I
good
did
young
in fact
soldier.
clean it. Yeah. Well, what do you think about our sling?
That's nice, padded. That adjustable sling, I think that's standard nowadays. I got to be able to make it tight, make it loose. When you're holding a gun, especially in law enforcement and military, like you're not always using the gun for the gun's purposes. You're just hanging on to it. So being able to tighten it up is nice.
Yeah, I really like the fact that we actually changed the material away from the webbing to the leather. That way, in low vis, you can feel the difference.
Yeah.
So you can feel the difference.
Find that spot real quick.
Yep. Change it, whatever you need to do, and it's no binding, no anything. So I really enjoy it.
That's a nice sling. All in all, a good rifle. I can feel the quality in there. I can feel the stability. I feel that trigger. The suppressor is nice, not too dirty. Recoil management well.
Yeah.
It feels like a good gun.
Yeah. And if you guys know Zee, he's been around shooting for a long time. So we brought him down here. We absolutely 100% tested our product, or we would not put it in his hands, because Zee's going to be completely honest with us, whether we want to hear it or not. So we want to appreciate you guys for coming down.
Crap, I wouldn't tell you. I'd whisper it to him later. That's crap.
Yeah.
Very good, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you, sir. Absolutely.
Thank y'all for having us.